stop right there. Look at the clock on your screen. We are all born with a secret 2-minute time bomb ticking inside us. 2 minutes. That's the longest the average human brain can survive without what we are about to talk about today. If the entire universe depended on you holding your breath for 3 minutes, we would all be in trouble. What is the life-saving, energy-releasing 2-minute marvel? It's your respiratory system. Hello students, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into a chapter that is so important that without it, none of us could survive even 10 seconds. The human respiratory system. And trust me, in board exams, this chapter is like a favorite guest. It appears again and again. So let's take a deep breath and let's begin. Breathing versus respiration. Clearing the most common confusion. Let's start with the biggest misconception. Breathing is not the same as respiration. Saying they are the same is like saying charging your phone is the same as using your phone. No, totally different. Breathing is simply the physical process of air moving in and out of the body. Respiration is the chemical process inside the cells where oxygen is used to release energy. Breathing is the delivery boy and respiration is the chef who actually makes the energy. Why do we breathe? We breathe to supply oxygen to our cells because without oxygen, energy cannot be released. It's like your mobile phone. No charge equals to no performance. So no oxygen equals to no energy. Simple. Let's imagine air as a traveler going on a tour inside your body. The journey begins at the nose and ends at the alveoli, the 5-star resort of the lungs. When air enters the nose, tiny hairs and mucus act like security guards. Dust, germs, sorry sir, not allowed in. Only filtered warm moisture is allowed to enter. The air moves through the pharynx, a common passage for both food and air. But air gets the VIP upgrade and goes to the larynx, also called the voice box. If the larynx didn't exist, we would all be talking in subtitles. The trachea or the windpipe is supported by C-shaped cartilaginous rings. These rings prevent it from collapsing. Otherwise, our trachea would behave like slow Wi-Fi, collapsing when we need it the most. At the bottom, the trachea splits into 2 bronchi, one for each lung. These further branch into smaller bronchioles, creating a whole tree inside the lungs. It's literally a mini forest. Alveoli are the real stars. They are tiny balloon-like sacs and they are called alveoli. These are the main performers of the entire system. They are surrounded by a rich network of capillaries and they increase the surface area for gas exchange. Basically, the alveoli are the celebrities of the respiratory system and the capillaries are their fans crowding all around. When we inhale, the ribs move up and out. The diaphragm contracts and moves down. The chest cavity becomes larger and air rushes in. It's like making space in your room when guests suddenly arrive. And when we exhale, the ribs move down and the diaphragm relaxes and moves up. The chest cavity becomes smaller and air is pushed out. And this is like the moment the guests leave. You finally relax and reclaim your space. In the alveoli, oxygen diffuses into the blood. Carbon dioxide diffuses out of the blood, and this happens only because of concentration differences. Just like how the smell of pizza spreads everywhere in the house. Diffusion. Aerobic versus anaerobic respiration. With oxygen, large amount of energy is released. This is aerobic respiration. And anaerobic respiration is without oxygen. Lactic acid forms inside the muscles. This is exactly why during intense exercises, your legs feel like shouting, "Enough, we need oxygen." Important terms. Here are a few terms to remember for the exam. Tidal volume is normal breathing volume, nothing fancy. Vital capacity is the maximum you can inhale plus exhale. Residual volume is the leftover air in the lungs. And breathing rate is breaths per minute, which goes up during exams. Diseases, crisp and easy. Know these diseases, each can be written in just 1 to 2 lines for full marks. Asthma is narrowing of bronchi. Emphysema is alveoli damaged. Bronchitis is inflammation of bronchi, and smoking reduces the lung capacity, damages alveoli. Some exam tips. Focus on these high weightage areas. Difference between breathing and respiration. Inhalation versus exhalation. Structure and function of the alveoli. Gas exchange, that is diffusion. Aerobic versus anaerobic respiration diagrams, especially the alveoli and lungs. If you get these right, the respiratory system chapter is as smooth as butter on toast. So students, that was the complete respiratory system explained, simply, clearly, and with a few laughs along the way. If you enjoyed this explanation, make sure to like the video, share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel. And remember, breathing is compulsory. Board exams are temporary. So keep breathing and keep studying smart.